Welcome back. My name is Uhfgood, or Keith, as is my actual name. You can call me Keith, you can call me Uhfgood, you can call me Bob, whatever. Um, so, when trying to figure out how to open this dang stupid sample project in Unity, I found out that I have to do an extra step, which is kind of weird because nobody tells you how to do it in the first place. Because what happens here is I bought it, right? I mean, it's free, but I bought it essentially. And so this is my assets, right? So when I click open in Unity, what happens, right? There's Unity, and then there is you have no project here, and there's no way to add or do anything here. Add? What does add do? Add just says to add something to your deal. So if I could find out how to download the project separately and then opened it, it would have opened in Unity and all would have been fine. But the way that this is set up is that I can't do that. I have to actually do a new project. So let's call this Adventure Sample Project. And then I'm going to go to a new folder that I created here. Is if it pops up, and because I want all this on my dev stuff here. Um, Unity projects. There we go. Select the folder. Okay. Click create. Okay, it's going to create, and it's going to pop up the, I believe, yeah, allow access. Um, I believe it's just going to pop up the deal, and then I can go into the asset store from then. So I don't know what it's doing, but it's doing something. And the asset store, that's correct. Sometimes they have a direct download link. Um, okay, so basically, to me, this is kind of a backwards way to do it. When you click on Open in Unity, what it should have done is automatically downloaded it, then automatically upload or opened it in the project. There's a new version of the Unity editor. Please, the release notes are available on the download site. Do I want to download the new version or do I want to skip it? Because there was a reason I think that I downloaded this. 1.2 versus 1.7. If I download the new version, is it going to have to require me to do something special, or is it just going to install it? That's what I want to know. All right, fine. Let's see what happens. I already have Unity Hub, so install it from Unity Hub. Sure. Let's see what we got here. Do I want Android build support? WebGL build support. I don't know if I want these or not. Really, for learning, I don't need to, but it's gonna be a lot of space here. I mean, I got plenty of space, but still, it's still a lot. WebGL, Windows build support. We'll go with that, and I'm not gonna worry about the rest of it. So, 10 gig. See, I got 278 gig, but still, it's still pretty hefty. Considering I can get a. Huh. I see. So each time I do this, it's probably going to add like 10 gig to my stupid dealy because I have this older version, right? Alright. This is going to take forever. I'm going to go ahead and go back into Unity and I'm going to go ahead and close it. I don't know. Here. Let's just go back through, I guess, through the video in the meantime, so we can just get familiar. And we'll see what we see here. I don't know how long it's gonna take though. I mean, that's that's a while, and I don't necessarily want it to. It's annoying. Okay, I think there's a reason that I downloaded this quote unquote earlier version. So we'll let this go, and we'll let this install or whatever, and I'm not going to worry about anything. I'm just going to go ahead and let's see. Let's go back to the web page. Let's go back to this, and let's continue to watch this while it's downloading.
Build our game with. Assets are files that are saved on our hard drives. The project window gives us easy access to these files, including our scripts, textures, 3D models, audio clips, and other assets.
Okay, so that's the
assets
asset
as well, and these are also saved and accessed through the project window.
Okay.
The hierarchy window shows us a list of all of the game objects we're currently using in our scene. The game objects in this list can be moved and rearranged to suit our preference. Game objects in the hierarchy can be grouped together to make game object families. The game object at the top of each hierarchy group is the parent. Game objects grouped inside of the parent game object are its children.
Okay. That's pretty normal for most.
Is a context-sensitive window. The inspector shows us all of the properties of any game object or asset that we have selected.
And the Godot
when we select an asset from the project
inspector
window, or a game object from either our scene view or hierarchy window, the inspector displays the details and properties of our selected item. The game view allows us to preview our game in the editor.
What
By using
resolution
the
are
play
we
controls on
running
the
in?
toolbar, we can play test our game at any
480.
time. The play controls allow us to play,
That's cool.
pause, or set frame by frame through our game.
Neat.
The toolbar contains the transform tools and gizmo toggles, the play controls, controls for Unity services and accounts, and the layer and layout menus.
Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is my game is going to operate in 3D space. So technically speaking, it will be a 3D game, but the viewpoints will be set viewpoints, and now that doesn't mean there won't be camera movement, because the old games even had scrolling, so they had wider scenes than the screen width, and so it would scroll. But since I'm doing this in 3D, it'll be a camera movement. But it's gonna mostly be like your standard left to right kind of lateral movement, kind of a panning. There may or may not be any up or down movement because the old games didn't do that. They didn't do that primarily because they weren't revealing more of the scene. I mean, not that you couldn't do it in an old game. You certainly could have faked a camera, like a perspective camera, by having characters move down or whatever. It might have been a little bit harder, but there would have been no purpose to do that in the old game because you're not controlling the camera. So it's kind of the same way here. The camera is going to be generally fixed, except for it's going to be able to scroll, and you'll get this cool parallaxing effect. And then of course I was planning on so my sprites are going to be hand drawn, hand animated, still on the computer, still digital, but I mean actually drawn with a tablet by hand, frame by frame, and then imported. Now Armory supposedly had support for grease pencil objects, but it wasn't working, and so they took it out for a while, and supposedly sometime in the future that they'll bring them back. And so then I'll be able to do everything. I won't have to like render them out to frames or anything like that. But in the meantime, they're just going to be animation frames. They're going to be billboarded, and then I can get parallaxing, and the backgrounds are going to be low poly, hand painted textures, so that they look like more like a painting than a background painting in like a 2D cartoon. So that's what I'm planning to do here. But for all intents and purposes, it's still going to be a 3D object. You're still going to be an object that moves in 3D space here.
The transform tools allow us to navigate and manipulate the game objects in our scene.
See, what's cool about that is I do that with a sprite. I won't be turning
The
it.
adjacent transform gizmo toggles allow us to switch between center or pivot point rotation and local or global world space navigation. To the right of the play controls, we have the Unity Colab, Cloud Service, and Account Service controls. These tools allow us to upload and download updates to shared projects and manage our cloud service settings. The Account drop-down menu provides a shortcut to accessing our account settings on the Unity ID webpage and allows us to sign in or out of our account within the editor. The Layers drop-down menu allows us to quickly show and hide layers of content in our game.
What I wonder is, I know this is going to slow things down, but I'm going
allows us to switch between different save layouts for the Unity interface.
Wait, if I switch to this, is it going to be...
The windows in the Unity
No,
editor
it's still
can be
fuzzy.
easily adjusted and rearranged to suit our needs. We
So
can
if
create
I
a new
do
layout by
720...
moving our windows into the new positions, and we can store any new layout we create as a custom layout. With the layout drop-down menu, we can quickly return to these saved layouts in the future.
I'll go back to 480.
So with only 5 main windows and a simple toolbar, we can see just how easy it is to navigate the Unity editor interface. For more detailed information on each of these windows, please see the additional lessons linked below.
Alright, so that's great. And I still haven't gone through it, but that's okay. So I am going to go ahead and cut it here, and then I'll see you in the next video, in which case hopefully the maybe I'll wait to actually do it when the new version is completely downloaded. It looks like it's almost done there. So I will see you in the next video.